Are you searching where to live in Wesley Chapel, Florida popped up? Well, Wesley Chapel is one of the hottest areas to live in Tampa Bay, and it's growing so fast in such a short time frame that each time you visit, there's something new and exciting. With growth, things change. Sometimes that change could be good, and sometimes, well, not so good. But before making a move, you have to ask yourself, what are the pros and cons of living there? And in this video, doing just that. Top 5 list coming at you right now. Welcome if you are new to my channel and new to me. I'm Morejon and I make videos all about what it's like living in Tampa, Florida, covering the best neighborhoods and things to do so you can get a real feel for what it's like living here. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell because we have a ton of great content to share with you and you won't want to miss it. And if you are thinking of moving to Tampa, Florida, I am a licensed realtor, so see that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email because my team and I would love to help you find the perfect home for you and your family. So I'm not gonna lie to you, over the last 18 months I have shared with you multiple videos all about Wesley Chapel, from vlog tours to map tours, even a comparison video to the Brandon Riverview area down in the southeast. And each time I go to Wesley Chapel, I learn something new and I like it a little bit more each time. So today I had to come back to the honey hole to give you more of the same. I was born and raised in Tampa, so it's not like Wesley Chapel is new to me, but I do remember it as cow pastures and farmland, so it still kind of blows my mind when I show homes to folks just to see how far along it's come. With over 70,000 residents, it's not the little house on the prairie anymore. Okay, so I'm starting things off with the number one reason why Wesley Chapel is one of my favorite suburbs, and 9 times out of 10 wins the hearts of buyers checking out the area. It has the most amenities in such a concentrated radius that most residents don't want to leave or have to leave the local area unless they really want to. Checking out the map for a second, Wesley Chapel is bordered by I-75 to the west, and I like to break things up into 3 sections. Starting at the furthest south, the first exit off of I-75 is the intersection of Highway 56. The second is the exit to the north of I-75 and Highway 54, and the newest exit being worked on will be again slightly north at Overpass Road. For those of you living in North Wesley Chapel, when this third exit opens at Overpass Road in late 2022, it's going to be a game changer. Aside from your typical strip malls and Sam's Clubs, there are 3 main hubs for shopping, dining, and entertainment which align with these intersections. At the first exit on 56, you'll find the Premium Outlet Mall, which has all the shopping your little discount shopping hearts can handle. And the Shops at Wiregrass, which is an indoor style mall with a variety of shopping and a wide variety of dining options, perfect for a date night or happy hour. At this exit, one of my favorite local breweries is the Florida Avenue Brewery. So if any of you are in town and we're all stressed out looking at homes, might as well take a mini break and grab a lunch and a cold one to reset that mind. Moving north to the exit at Highway 54, the Grove Shopping Plaza is massive. It has all of your big box stores like Dick's Sporting Goods, Best Buy, Home Goods, etc. They also have Crate with a K, which is a new concept of shipping containers lined up in a walk-up or pop-up store type setup. Most of them are filled with local small businesses like coffee shops or fun eateries, and while it is just getting going, I look forward to strolling through there soon to see, pretty much what they all have to offer. For date nights, there is also a little 2-street village in the Grove with an Italian bistro, another brewery, comedy club, dueling piano bar, axe throwing, a coffee shop, and a gym, just to name a few of those things. Around the corner, if you want to catch a movie because maybe you had the flu and burned through Netflix in a week, there is a movie theater with bistro. So you can watch a movie and you can order your meal all in one. Having all of this at your fingertips is amazing. When I show homes in Wesley Chapel, I like to take the buyers around to see these areas that they'll be in, because that's going to be a big part of their life living there. Best thing about it, you can scoot around to just about anywhere in 15 to 20 minutes, no sweat. In addition to shopping and dining, there is the Avent Health Center Ice arena for ice hockey or those that like skating, the District Park for some outdoor exercise, tons of golf and tennis, the Wiregrass Ranch Sports Complex, horseback riding, skydiving. Wesley Chapel even has the nation's first man-made crystal lagoon, which is a massive 7.5 acre pool with like an oasis Caribbean type vibe. You get my drift at this point though, it has a lot. With all of these amenities, however, you attract a lot of people. The area is growing at a very, very fast pace. And in addition to the already 70,000 residents, people from the nearby suburbs also like to visit. With this newfound attraction comes my number one con, the traffic.
Traffic. That's some kind of national holiday.
A lot of people that live in Wesley Chapel complain that the traffic is rough. I can't disagree that there is traffic, but I honestly don't think it's as horrible as people make it out to be. When you can get around Wesley Chapel in 15 or 20 minutes using back roads, it's really not that bad.
Shortcut! Shortcut!
FYI, I say back roads because the exits are all pretty much under construction because they are making them bigger and better to accommodate all that growth. Once they are completed, I actually think it may be easier to get around. Now I will say this, a lot of residents choose to commute outside of Wesley Chapel, and while it is only around 35 minutes or so to get downtown, I could see not wanting to drive in or out of traffic all the time because I'm sure it would suck when there is an accident or during rush hour. The Wesley Chapel area really just blossomed in the last 5 to 10 years, so if you lived there prior to that, you were used to that quieter area where the beauty sort of flew under the radar. But now those same people are wishing the area would have stayed kind of a secret. The growth is inevitable, as the suburb is amazing. So just so you know, if you move to Wesley Chapel for the amenities, you will get a little extra traffic with that. Sticking with the traffic, I'm actually gonna say pro number 2 is the easy access to major roads and the interstates. I-75 travels north and south and cuts through the entire state, making a breeze to get around. It connects to I-275 and drops you into downtown, or you can keep going and it'll take you all the way south to Sarasota and Bradenton area. My family personally likes taking RV trips and road trips, and we travel 75 north to Georgia as the Blue Ridge Mountains is our favorite little getaway. I know it sounds silly, but being hugged up on 75 is a nice little bonus that can be easily overlooked. In the southeastern suburbs of Tampa, for example, you can find living in areas like Fishhawk or deep into Bloomingdale and Valrico. It's great living, but it can be a hike trying to get to the interstate sometimes. You can also easily visit Orlando, Florida if you're a Disney fan, and it's only around an hour and a half, taking a variety of back roads to get to I-4, which will take you east. While some will overlook this bonus, I find it as a pro to live near the interstate system that helps you get around. The next topic I want to mention is actually a pro and a con. But before getting into it, I want to hit the pause button for 2 seconds and thank you for your support. I love hearing your thoughts on things, so please drop a comment on this video, and if you're thinking of moving to the Tampa Bay area, please reach out to us because we would love to help. Now, jumping into my next point, there is a ton of new construction communities popping up in Wesley Chapel, and this topic actually will somewhat tie into all of the other points moving forward. New construction is much needed as we have a shortage of homes in the market as demand is through the roof. We lean on this new construction to give us more supply, and builders can't build these communities fast enough. Well, I personally believe Wesley Chapel has some of the best variety with these communities. They have managed to cover everyone from townhomes to 55 plus communities to luxury homes, and they have done so with a nice variety of builders. From communities like Winding Ridge, Watergrass, River's Edge, and River's Landing by Taylor Morrison, Epperson with the Crystal Lagoon, there are just so many great communities and more to come. All of these communities have so much to offer the residents, and most of them have amenities like community pools and playgrounds, walking and biking trails, even clubhouses and fitness centers. If you're into the new construction thing, well, you will have fun going through the many options of Wesley Chapel, but to be honest, it's a little bit of a frenzy. This market is not for the weary, as with all communities in the Tampa Bay area, 2022 is showing absolutely no mercy.
Have mercy!
Builders are doing their best, but demand is fierce, and you will fight for the home you want, but rest easy because having my team in your corner goes a long way with finding the right home for you and your family. So the pro here is that there are a ton of really nice communities with all of the bells and whistles, but I did tell you there's a con. The con is that most of the communities popping up are what we call master plan communities. With all of those bells and whistles, well, it comes a few fees known as HOA and CDD fees. Most of the HOA fees are basic, but I have realized not too many people are familiar with CDD fees. CDD fees, in layman's terms, is a fee associated with having all the trails and parks, etc. And this fee is paid in your taxes. So an example for you, I recently sold a $550,000 home in Epperson, and the home had a $1,950 CDD fee. This fee is paid in with your taxes and is added to your property tax bill. This is very common for these type of communities. See, when these massive communities are built, they figure the cost to build the pool, the clubhouse, the parks, etc. And then they just split up the cost between the total number of home sites in the community and plan for the maintenance of these items long term. Smaller homes pay less, while larger home sites pay more, and all of it's just proportionate. I personally have no problem with paying for any of these amenities, especially if I plan on using them. I have 2 little girls, 3 and 7 years old, and I can promise you I would be at the parks and on those trails daily just trying to wear them little kids down. However, the con is for those of you that wouldn't think of them as a bonus, well, it's hard to come by a community without a CDD fee. And this point also leads me to my next point. There was once a lot of farmland in Wesley Chapel, and you'll still see pastures and even cows while driving from one community to the next. But if you're the type that wants to live on a little land and have a new construction home, have your cake and eat it too, well, that's called a unicorn. I know a few communities like K-Bar Ranch that at one point a few years ago focused on building with land. But recently I have only seen new communities that build on 50 to 70 foot wide lots. There's not a lot of daylight between those homes, between you and your neighbor. So if you like land, you like to live on an acre plus, you can find that here, but it is becoming more rare and the popularity of Wesley Chapel continues to grow. In fact, Wesley Chapel is even spilling into Zephyr Hills to the east. If you have a family with kids, a nice bonus or pro that comes with all of this growth is the nice new addition of schools. And honestly, Pasco County schools are known for being pretty well rated. If you want to learn more about the schools and their ratings, head over to my website, www.tampaflliving.com, as we break down each area and pull school ratings from other sites to help you with your research. Some of these newer communities like Wiregrass and Epperson and even Wiregrass are so massive, and I'm talking 1,000 to 2,000 homes, possibly even more, that they decide to build their own school, and more times than not, they come out the gate pretty highly rated schools too. What I love seeing is that kids in the community are walking or biking to school, and when school lets out, you see the same kids within the community playing or connecting, and it takes you back to to the old days, growing up and playing with the kids in the neighborhood, and that was kind of a thing back then. I love seeing that, and it's something to really get excited about and to see that my kids enjoy it as well. With all of the excitement that Wesley Chapel brings, new communities, tons of amenities, great schools, and easy access to interstate travel, it has become the new shiny object for many people relocating here and even locals looking for a change of scenery. With that excitement, comes my next con, which is competition. In recent times, I have shared with you videos like these that help understand the local market, and specifically the competition that is directly related to the local supply and high demand. When combined with the supply shortages that we've experienced in 2021 that have now carried into 2022, new home builders are hesitant to release homes all at once. This bottlenecks things, and it's not uncommon for them to release 2 to 5 homes a month. A builder that typically has hundreds of lots available now only has 2 to 5 homes available. This leads to bidding wars, and if you don't have help, you may find yourself going back to that rental market, which is a mess in itself. That's where my team comes in. We're in these communities on a weekly basis, and regardless of new construction or resale homes, it's a fight, and a fight we are winning consistently. Now, there aren't many homes available, so doing your homework up front and being ready and confident in putting in a strong offer when the right home comes up for grabs, that's pretty important. We can help you understand this market, and we can help you understand what life could be like living in an area like Wesley Chapel. If you plan on moving to the Tampa Bay area, please reach out to us, as we would love to be your local resource. See that number on the screen? Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, because my team and I, we love to help you and your family find your next home. And until that next video, I'll catch you later.